Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Mike Shea is in as guest co-host, and we talk to Hayward J. Thompson about comedy and acting. Scotty Mays sticks around for more stimulating news stories. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in with my guest co-host for the week, Mr. Mike Shea.
Haven't left yet.
Hasn't gone running out, even though he hasn't gone plogging. I was afraid he was going to start plogging after the
gym today and just go plogging. We'll see.
There you go. Scotty Mays decided to stick around. He's got nothing. He's got nowhere to go.
You will have to pry this mic from my cold, dead hands.
And I'm joined by the second half of the show guest, Hayward Thompson.
Thank you for having me, Don.
Hayward.
Yeah, it's good to get to meet you. And
yeah, it is.
Like I was saying, always good to meet a fellow Eagles fan.
Oh, yeah. Especially this is a good year for us. So, as opposed to a couple of years ago, we probably were still ducking our head and, wearing Cleveland jerseys.
Yeah.
They never got that bad.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I never got that
Never got that bad, but it was close. It was.
I don't think life in general gets bad enough to wear a Browns jersey.
Hey, I'm also a Pacers fan, so I might, beg to differ with you. There was a couple years where we lost to a couple of high school teams, bro. So it was, it was rough. I'm definitely loyal. If I like you when it's good and bad. But let's go Pacers at some point. Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey man, I want to give you a shout out. I want to tell you, like, I love the work that you do, and I think you're a very funny man. And I've been down at the clubs a couple times, and I just really enjoy picking Hayes brain.
I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that, especially in this comedy game where it seems like it's difficult for people to compliment others. And
well, right. Scotty sucks up to everybody, so it's okay.
Oh, well now.
Words of affirmation, man. It's something I'm working on.
The Olive Garden gift card you handed me too, huh? All right. I thought it was real.
Well, I have to turn this into my probation officer to let him know that I'm actually doing productive work in society.
Hey, newsflash, me and you probably ain't supposed to be in the same room. We could probably share a parking pass with the same PO.
Yeah, man, we're probably all going down for this one, aren't we? Because I'm the one that brought you two together, so I'm definitely I'm definitely in on it.
Reunited.
Trust me, they won't find us in here.
They
won't find us in here. It took me 6 weeks to walk in here. I left my car somewhere in Fairborn and just walked over.
Yeah, shout out
Uber from the Uber.
Shout out to they blocked off the regular guest lot for quote unquote event parking.
Yeah,
I did not know
police officers.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
What's going on?
And the other lot, lot 4 or whatever, is like they got like the first few rows with signs in them saying, "Well, these are reserved only." So I'm at the bottom of the damn hill.
See, I got here early. I didn't know all this was going on. I got here at like 10 o'clock this morning so I could go around and hang flyers for a comedy show on March 15th at Wiley's Comedy Club.
Well,
be sure to check that out.
All the walking I had to do for parking, now I can skip the gym. So it's
you can plog on your way back to
your
car.
Yeah. You started from the bottom, now you're here.
Now I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, can somebody inform the black dude what a plug is? Like,
you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. All right.
We were talking about a news story
Crazy
out of Sweden.
Swedes.
It's a new exercise they have called plogging, where it's basically jogging, only you pick up trash as you're doing it.
Oh,
so yeah, that's
definitely a white people function, right
exactly.
there. The brothers wouldn't have thought about that.
That's what we were discussing.
I'm gonna keep it real. In our neighborhood, is so much trash. I ain't got time to keep stopping and picking up all that as I'm riding. I ain't gonna never get no jog in if I gotta do. Get out of here.
Yeah,
well, I don't know. When I'm running from the cops, the last thing I'm thinking about is picking up. I should pick up this can on the way.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, that might help. It's like getting an early start. You're just doing it without the orange jumpsuit. Because I didn't know that's the official plogging uniform. It's an orange jumpsuit.
Hey, Scotty, we got that in common too. From the cops, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let the belly fool you. I got form when it's 3 to 5 on the line, bro. I hit that fence like Jesse Owens. elbows up, knees up, all that. Let's go.
Yep.
Ask Officer Bradford. He got outrun by the fat dude. He's probably pissed off right now. Did I say that loud? Is this on?
Oh, that's really
all right. Cool.
Bradford ain't listening.
If I pick up the trash while I'm on the run, does that count as time already served when I do eventually get caught?
Yeah.
Real talk, that should be community service.
Yeah, that counts.
And if you really want to go to the hood, pick up the trash, see what you find. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
It's like continued education
For
community service.
No, you
get to roll those credits over.
Yourself shot is what you're going to find. Stab, rob, that's what you're going to find. You're going to find every crackhead that was hungry. You know what I'm saying? And I got a friend named Skip, man, that looks like a cop. I send him into the hood all the time just to have people throw dope out the window. It's funny.
They just go around
hey, man, that's an easy way.
That's a great business plan. Right?
Hey, we comedians. We in between jobs. We got to do.
Hey, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So Skip, I'm gonna need you this weekend, homie. All right. You know
Man, I never thought of that. That
hey,
is,
right.
that is
Just after the
right
first
there.
of the month too, the dope dealers got it in right now, dog.
Oh yeah.
You
Well, I know what I'm doing after work.
They
tonight.
toss it out the window. You pick it up. You sell it. Your profit margins go through the roof.
Exactly. Well,
This is
yeah,
probably,
it's all profit.
This is probably a good time to plug my next appearance, which is on Christian radio.
This is Christian radio.
Oh,
I didn't know if I told you
y'all
that.
that is not a joke. On Sunday, I'll be on Christian radio.
The mini masks.
We're going to have GodBlessTheTrap.com. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad we're preparing you for Christian
I
radio.
appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Get it out of your system now. So
Yeah,
that-
exactly.
I didn't realize you were such the entrepreneur though too. I'm
hey,
gonna have to
man.
follow Skip through the hood
Tell me, dog.
and I'll plog the drugs.
Hey, get your own skip. That's it.
That's right. I mean,
That's
short
it,
of
Skip.
Dallas
You gotta
Cowboy
get your
tickets,
own.
I'll sell everything. I got two little Lebanese babies at home that's looking for work if you need. You know what I mean? They good for yard work. You know what I mean? What you need.
Oh, man.
I love their rugs.
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Scotty
horrible
didn't tell you I was
stereotype.
silly to me? Yeah, I ain't tell you I was silly. Yeah, we finna. You either finna lose a lot of listeners or gain a bunch. It's not gonna be
Hey,
a middle road.
that's good because there aren't a whole lot there
So
to
it's just
begin
us,
with.
pretty
So,
much?
yeah, that's
All
pretty
right,
much.
cool.
We're just talking.
All right, that
ourselves,
works.
Really, that's
Hey.
really.
Well, let me get some selfies in front of the mic then, or something.
So you can actually
know what I'm
prove
saying?
that you were on.
I'm
radio.
gonna then Photoshop like Tupac and Biggie behind me. Like, son, you know what I'm saying?
Told you they were alive.
Told y'all Pac is in the hood, right state. Yeah.
Yep. This is
doing college radio disguised as a
exactly
fat white
yeah.
guy with a beard.
Which one?
Exactly.
I'm really confused right now.
The world may never know.
Exactly.
That's funny.
So hey, Hayward,
Hey,
it's good to have you in the studio.
Thank you, sir.
How long have you been performing stand up?
I took the stage the first time in 2011. But apparently, according to a bunch of my friends, I've been doing this forever. Like I was, the guy who used to piss off the other kids because I would like fall asleep in class and then wake up and still pass the pop quiz and then go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And then always had jokes and everything. And so, so I've been the funny guy all my life, but actually got on stage for the first time in 2011. So
What prompted you to get up the first time?
actually is
See,
and I got to give him a shout out.
Now we were
I give him a
joking
shout out.
around.
His name is Matt Franz. Matt Franz had a comedy troupe called American Mockery, and I was a writer for them. And American Mockery would do stuff like, for example, when the whole Penn State thing went down, they did a line of greeting cards with what looked like a baby, a kid in a Penn State jersey in a compromising position with Joe Paterno on the cover.
That was the original Me Too.
You know what I mean? Right. So, we did stuff like that. And so they had a comedy show one day, and they asked me to come and introduce somebody because they had like 3 Larry the Cable Guy type comics on there. And they were like, look, just come break the monotony, introduce the guy, tell a joke. I wound up doing 8 minutes. And it was mostly off the top of the head.
Wow.
And I was blessed that Jimmy Flint's representatives were in the crowd. So the very first day I did stand up, I got paid. When I got off the stage, they handed me $150.
Oh, wow.
That happened on a Monday. That Friday, they had me in Vegas at the at Christian Friends Plug in Your Ear. This Friday, they had me in Vegas at the Adult Video convention where I literally was at the Hustler booth telling jokes, making people come over and buy bumper stickers and stuff like that. And the blessing was that I did so well that they ran out of merch in the first day.
Wow.
So that was really how I got. That week made me realize, whoa, I can do this for a living. I told
That's probably the
8
most
minutes worth of
successful.
jokes. Yeah, I told 8 minutes worth of jokes, and 4 days later, I'm first class on. It was Frontier or Allegiant or one of them broke airlines, whatever. But I'm first class on the way to the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas. I had $48 in my pocket.
Wow.
Adam and Eve is a sponsorship, too.
So we don't need to go do jokes at the porn shop because that's where careers are made, apparently.
That's fantastic. That's the most successful first time on stage I've ever heard of.
And the Hustler thing was my segue into Christian comedy. See, it all worked.
Right.
Because,
that's the natural next step.
Progression. Adam and Eve started out, but I took it over from there, bro.
Hey, if it worked for Jimmy Swaggart, it can work for me.
So no, that sincerely, like, I literally had a whirlwind start. I literally thought I was going up to introduce a guy, and I wound up doing 8 minutes.
Wow.
And I owe him an apology because I did 8 minutes in front of the headliner. I didn't know the rules of comedy. I would never do that to a headliner now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I did 8 minutes in front of it, and I did well. I don't want to put him out there. I did well. And I did so well that people were kind of like, he should have been the headliner. So my buddy was kind of like, you know what I mean? It was a little tension initially. And,
right.
And the irony of it is that he and I are now doing an independent film together. So we've not only come back full circle,
cool.
but, you know, he's been nothing but supportive.
Well, have you acted before? Are you doing acting?
Yeah,
in
I've
the film,
actually. Is it time for me to give me a plug out? All right,
hey,
y'all ready?
Plug away, man.
The last film I did was called White Boy Rick with Matthew McConaughey, which was supposed to come out in January, but can you believe it didn't come out and they didn't tell me?
That's not right.
Yeah. So I played a security guard for one of the goons in there, and it was interesting because they had no idea that I did comedy. They saw my little casting thing, and they said, "You big and you black, you don't have tattoos on your face." So I'm being candid with you.
All it takes.
Sorry, Scotty.
Like,
Damn it.
That was all
I knew this was an everlasting job stopper.
This wasn't one of them things where I'm walking in here like, "Hey, Jay, in the building." I was like, "No, big black guy here, check." You know what I'm saying? I went up for the fitting, and it was ironic, man. When I walked in, it was like, somebody hired you? They were like, no, hey, just get your own clothes and send us the bill, buddy. I walked into the fitting, they handed me a 2X. I said, man, I ain't in 8th grade. What am I doing with a 2X? Is this a sock?
Sock.
You know, So the blessing of it was, though, we were actually scheduled to do 12 scenes. We got up there, we got into the 6th scene, and then I got a call from the director at the hotel saying, we don't know if your other scenes are going to be in the movie. You guys can go home, have a good one. I mean, we got to keep the money, but... So I haven't seen it yet. So I could just be a fat dude in the background with a Dunkin' Donuts box, or my lines might have still be. I don't know what they.
Well, yeah, that happens.
But the check cleared. Thank you, ES Entertainment. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I appreciate that.
As long as the check clears.
The check cleared. Oh, my bad. Can we rewind it? Hey, child support people, the check never came. It never came. Never came. Never got paid. Matter of fact, they paid me in rubles. My middle name is Kirshner. Oh, my bad. Did I say that? Oh, my bad. Did I go there? Taboo. I'm sorry.
No, that's fantastic. But a lot of time in film, the scenes because I do a lot of movies too. And
okay, cool.
I was in one where I spent a whole Saturday running up and down hills, knocking myself out, about broke my foot. Not a bit of that footage made it into the
Then
movie.
You know the whole concept of Back to One.
Yeah.
Okay. I was an extra in a movie called Milk Money, and I swear I walked the same 8 steps for like 12 days. They literally wanted you to lead with your left, everything. Continuity is huge in film. If you led with your left foot, lead with your left foot next time, wear the same stuff you had. Oh, my God. I walked the same 8 steps, man, probably around the earth, but never left those 8 steps.
Well,
wow. So you'll get to that step, and they're like, all right, cut, back to 1, and they literally want you to turn and walk backwards. It's like, excuse me, I'm not in a romper room. Y'all some kids. I'm going to turn around and go back to my spot.
Yeah, well, most people that haven't done it don't realize how tedious it actually is.
I'm gonna tell you
it's
this.
interesting, but at the same time.
And I love you, Angela. I appreciate the opportunity. Disclaimer. Hey, the set of White Boy Rick, man, we was there from 7 in the morning to midnight.
Yeah.
With one break in 4 p.m. I swear to you, I was looking around for the other little Taiwanese kids making the Nikes because this was like sweatshop. This was, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the opportunity. I just didn't go prepared to be up there, 18 hours on set. I got a couple of health issues. The first day I didn't have all my meds with me. I figured we'd be nobody. They had us up there from the crack of Jesus to the end of Jesus. And it was like, and somewhere in there you had like a little smoke break. Other than that, it's like, and action. I'm like, dude, y'all 2 steps from slave driving in here. That's coming from the black dude. You feel me? So, bro, that ought to carry some weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was in one they were trying to do for the opening sequence. They were trying to do this long shot.
Okay.
Which is just continuous filming for, I think the whole thing ended up being about 3 minutes, one continuous shot, which is really hard to do because they were panning over this whole town and everybody had to be on cue doing exactly the same thing. And they would shoot it and say, about 3-4 minutes, and then they'd reset everything. They'd watch the one they just did, and about 25 minutes later, you're doing another take, and everything's exactly the same. And they'd just over and over again. Yeah. I was there. We did. I bet it was 8 hours just doing that take.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been blessed to have been in a few films, and I hate seeing them all. Oh my God, bro! You spend 1 million hours on something. Pray that they spend an hour to look at it, and then after you watch it, I can't speak for him. I'm cool. I'm done. The experience is already in the books, and moved on.
I'll watch them, but I won't watch them. I'll watch them at the premiere, and then after that, I say, okay, I'm good. I have a copy just so I can, somebody wants to see it.
I know the feeling. Yeah, I'm working on one now. It's my first porno.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my stage name is Stretch Mark.
I'm actually in that movie with you. Mine is I'm Skid Mark.
Yeah. Hey, but he got his clothes on. Let's make sure.
I'm just in there.
This isn't, you know what I mean? This isn't one of them Universal pornos. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure there's some women in there, Scotty. I'm just making sure, bro. You know, because I graduated college, man, in '97. Okay, so now this is the first time I've been on a college campus legitimately in some years. So to walk by and see all the student energy, they got banks and legal services and stuff. Yeah. Man, we had a vending machine, bro. That was, you know what I mean? We had a vending machine, and half the time it had stale pork rinds in it. That was about it. Maybe a moon pie or something. So when I see all of this support that the kids got, man, I mean, as a father that's got kids that's on the way to college, it's exciting. I walked down the hall.
Just makes you mad as hell.
Well, no, but I walked down the hall and saw the LGBT, the alphabet people. They got an office now. I love y'all, but I don't know what it change every week, and I don't have cable. I don't know what it is. Down the hall, I saw legal services, stuff like that. We didn't have that, man, and so it's a blessing that they're taking education serious nowadays, because this is future leaders. If not, see what we got in office right now. He ain't take education serious at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all he had to do was hire a couple of Russian hackers, and bam, you got it. So I mean,
that's all it takes.
That's all it takes right now. I mean, I'm convinced, man. He's demeaned this office so bad. Flavor Flav gonna be president before we die. Watch us.
That'd be entertaining.
Yeah, I can see Flavor Flav with John Cusack
Bridget Nielsen as the first lady.
Did you see that? I can see that, bro. Can't y'all see that? I can see that, bro. And I got to give a shout out. They got some real 1200 techniques in here. All my DJ homies, they still got some 1200s in here with the belt drive. Like, y'all didn't lucky if he was on camera, he'd get robbed for them. Like, that's OG. I mean, I see a penny on the needle and everything up in here, people. I'm telling. So lock them up, because there's going to be some black folks looking on the window like, hey, bro.
We have them hidden way back in the back now.
You just gave Cadillac and 2 Post-it notes. You know what I'm saying?
So you just gave them away that they're here now, because we had no problems before. Now
everything's digital nowadays anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Hell, I'm not really here. This is my hologram. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's helpful. That'd be really handy, actually.
It would be, especially for child support court appearances. Yeah. Be like, go ahead, say all you want, Judge. Say all you want.
Oh. Anyway, I think.
I'm sorry. I'm a hell of a guest. He's like,
no,
you're fine.
You are.
It's probably the best the show's ever been today.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say altogether. It's
altogether.
No, it's always a fun show.
Do y'all have like callers, like they could call in and
every now and then? Yeah, if you have somebody you want to just shout out to.
Well, I mean, I was taking any any subscriptions for the porno that I was filming soon. Anybody that want to subscribe to my webcam?
Okay,
stretchmark belly.com. I was.
And if you do want to call in, area code 937-775-5555. You can call into the studio.
Yes.
If you just if you're really poor.
There's so many fives in there, that almost sounded like a
unless
fake
you're
number.
looking for me, my name is really Augustus Jenkins Ramirez, and the check is in the mail. Okay, I swear to you, it is.
Yeah, well, we always have to throw that disclaimer.
You got to throw that disclaimer.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only time I wish I was a white dude. I could just walk in child support court like, "What up, Judge?" You know what I'm saying? Just walk up with an American flag, a deer, John Deere hat on or something, to see if I get my child support reduced.
Yeah, you're good to go then.
Yeah, I'm good to go then. You know what I mean? Go up like, woo! That's a word, ain't it?
Yeah,
ain't that a word?
Absolutely.
It's like a verb and an adjective, ain't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think that's not just a verb and an adjective. I think that's a noun. I think that's pretty much whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, that's kind of like MF in the black language. It's you know what I mean? It's everything. You know, Bernie Mac did that best. He described that one best. That's really. That was true.
And
that was a glimpse
I have
into...
to say I like MF better than Woo.
Yeah, well, me too.
I definitely say one of those more.
When I hear Woo, it's a problem.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever woods I'm in, I'm gone. Like, Blair Witch Project had no brothers in it. I'm cool. They was not meant for us.
When I hear Woo, it's because somebody's about to slaughter a pig.
Black folks don't go in the woods. We don't do woods, bro. You know, I'm sorry. If we in the woods, that means we running from somebody.
Maria just chimed in and said that you do run like a gazelle, and she told me to tell you to share a story about a parking lot incident.
Okay, first of all, I didn't know Maria was tall enough to reach the phone. She's probably standing on somebody's shoulder right now, dialing the number. I appreciate dialing the number. And secondly, she said the parking lot incident. There's so many probably.
I'll just pick one.
Just pick
you know what I mean? Heroin being sold in the back by the Super 8 owner. I don't know. Which is we've had. I mean, I've got so many, but I mean, I don't know. It was interesting owning the club. I am blessed to say that between Maria and I, we put well over 400 comics on stage.
Wow.
In the time that we did our thing.
Absolutely.
So we were blessed, and Scotty can probably be one of the few that can attest to. I never made the show about me. I never was made it about me. Half the time I didn't want to perform because it wasn't about me. It was about giving opportunities. So I feel like, you know, I get blessed in other ways when I try to help, you know. So thank you to Maria. That's my little Sancho. We are, you know, best of friends. She's like a sister to me, but we look like an odd couple when we walk in the room because she's no bigger than this water bottle, dude. She literally, if you see a hat walking by the table, that's her. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know what I mean? But, you know, but no, I wouldn't have, but I need everybody to hear that Ovations and Indulge would not have been successful at all without her hard work. So I appreciate you, Maria, if you're out there, if you're listening. Thank you for everything.
All right.
So, but yeah, it was interesting, the club thing, man, especially she's talking about parking lot incidents. You guys have been in bars. You know what goes on in parking lots of bars. I mean, right. Everybody's eyes rolling like, how do we do this with the FCC listening? You know, yeah. Unfortunately, though, we had a situation that got out of hand where a guy actually got shot in the parking lot. Yeah, and that was crazy. It was a big fight that started inside the bar, and we put him out. And really, you know, I'm not.
Was it a comedian?
No.
Okay, because I've had a comedian on this show that was shot in a parking lot after a comedy show.
Was the joke that bad?
I guess. Well, he was trying to get in between two friends of his that were fighting, and he
comedy
got shot.
Stuff and got out. Hey, for real, the next show I'm taking a bat on stage. I'm not Steve Brown. Come on stage with me. This gonna end differently, son. You understand what I'm saying? This is gonna be on TMZ like a mug. I'm telling you, they're gonna be mopping this place up. I'm a native New Yorker. I am not gonna pray for you first. We're gonna pray for you after. I got more of a Pulp Fiction type flavor. You know what I mean? So yeah. So but I mean, is she hitting you over there on Facebook? Is that what she's doing? Hey, man, that's cool. Probably because I'm ignoring her over here on my phone.
Oh, I always forget Scotty Facebook lives in here. I get in so much trouble when we go to break and somebody's Facebook live because I always put my foot in my mouth on something.
Let me tell you this: Scotty is one of the few comics that I see he gets better every time I see him go on stage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Every time I see him go on stage,
Scotty's
he grows.
a good dude. Yeah,
so I love it when I see somebody taking their craft seriously. It's not a hobby. It's not something to do. The man's trying to grow in the game, man. I wish you nothing but the best that God has to bring you, bro. I mean,
thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Because, you know, people like us that have had sorted past a little bit, got a little bit something else to talk about than the Silver Spoon kid, you know.
Yeah, I use that silver spoon to cook my heroin. So.
Right. And I probably know who sold you the heroin.
Heroin.
I was going to say, yeah. And next time you get some, tell my boy Leon. I said, well, that's probably.
I will.
Yeah, that's probably who sold it to you. You know what I'm saying?
He'd be like, how'd you know me? Well, I seen Skip coming through here.
Skip coming through here, and I just started throwing heroin out the window. Next thing you know, Scotty's in the alley with a net. I got you covered, buddy. I'm catching it off. I'm here to save the community.
Oh, awesome. All right, we're gonna have to take a little break.
Yeah, it's time to get the spoons out.
Even though we're rolling,
it's time to get a break. Get the spoons out.
We got to be able to make it through the second half of the show.
Oh, there's a second half?
Well, there's a second half hour.
That works.
It should actually be the fourth because it's like a 2-hour show. I don't know.
Hey,
I kind of make the rules. I kind of make the rules up as I go along.
Hey, I like that, bro. Make the rules up as we go along.
All right, we're going to play a little more Potter's Field for Scotty because and this one's kind of fitting. Fell from grace. That's
I thought it was going to be Chariots of Fire.
That's fitting for the whole show.
It's better than Spoon Man.
You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be Candle in the Wind, Elton John.
Yep. All right, we'll be back here shortly.
Way down.
Wednesdays on Eventide, Robert Yetter and Mike Shea sit down and throw albums at each other, talking about them, picking them apart, ripping them a new one. All different artists, all different genres, all different levels of suckage. It's Track Record, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on the Eventide podcast feed. For more information, go to eventideent.com.
All right, we're back on the live radio show.
I love
I'm
my
your host, Don
friends,
Smith.
man. I got you.
Because I was going to start running my mouth again and putting my foot in my mouth, because that's what I do whenever somebody Facebook Lives.
You do it well.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Anyway, we're back on the live radio show. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in with guest co-host Mike Shea. Scotty May's sticking around from the first hour because he just won't leave. And Hayward Thompson sitting in as our guest as well.
I'll give you a ride, Scotty Winston. Is that what it is?
Thank you.
See,
You know what I'm saying? Scotty the only person that called an Uber, ain't got no app. He like, they just riding around looking for somebody. He's like, just riding around looking for the white dude look like a rooster. Like, you on a student campus. That look like everybody. What is he?
That's
I passed like 14 Scotty Mays walking in.
yeah, 3 of them called me dad on the way in here.
I'm up in here with gray hair, dog. I had somebody hold the door for me. Like, get off this.
got it.
Leave me alone. So what? I'm in the handicap parking.
You got a sticker for that, sir?
Why you worry about it? Yeah, I do. I just don't know who it's registered to. Somebody in Clifton missing their sticker right now. You know what I'm saying? They be all right.
Yeah, because I don't think they really ever check those. As long as you got it on there, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
If you are a cop checking handicap sticker permits, bro, hey, really,
You can't be
you ain't got
demoted much lower than
nothing to
that.
do. Like, you ain't got nothing to do. Like, you ain't even got like no phone sex or something you can go do. You know what I mean? You checking handicap permits, bro?
I always wondered that. I always wondered
Man,
that.
I can think I'm gonna start counterfeiting those, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
There's some
saying?
good money in there.
Big money.
I mean, you totally kind of blew your cover on the
Well,
radio.
yeah.
But, I mean, you might have to
Man,
come up with a
quit it.
code.
I'm 6 foot both ways. You think I can stand out? I already know I stand out when I walk in the room. They look like, oh my God, it just got warm in here.
better get some breathing in before he gets in here.
Right.
It's not going to be nearly as
You know
much
what I'm
oxygen.
saying? You better go eat first. You better get in the line. You know what I mean? Look like you ain't been fed in a week.
See, I know the feeling. All right, we should probably hit some news stories.
Yeah,
we would be remiss if we
because
did.
I didn't know what the hell a plug was.
Because we're not going to touch on the plogging again.
I don't want to touch no plug. I'm cool. I like women still. I'm cool.
Well, the first two, I either have a naked man or a registered sex offender. So you
can't lose.
We can go either way.
You can't lose.
Scotty over there like, they got me.
A registered sex offender was arrested Thursday after walking naked into a Port Wayne, I guess that's how you pronounce that, I don't know, restaurant and masturbating in front of the employees. The incident happened around 5:37 a.m. at a Jack in the Box.
Shut up.
No.
That is proof God is a comedian. That is a layup right there, dude. That's like throwing a layup to Shaq in the lane right there.
Man.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what if you drive by and go, Jack in the Box? I think I will.
Great.
See, I thought it was a restaurant. I didn't know it was a question. Like, Jack in the Box? Like, oh, wow.
It did occur at a Jack in the Box at 814 North Ventura Road. When officers arrived, they found 49-year-old Oxnard resident Aaron Edward Carter, because we got to give a man like that his full name over the air.
It's got 3 first names.
Found Aaron Edward Carter standing in the lobby area with his, quote, his pants and underwear around his ankles, actively, not just passively masturbating, actively.
Yeah.
He was
Keeping his heart rate up.
He was flogging while he was doing it.
He's keeping his heart rate. Keep that target heart rate, man.
Hey, this is a question I got. Who handled his money? When he paid, I wonder who had to take that 20. You know what I'm talking about?
Police said that Carter had entered the restaurant with his genitals exposed and already masturbating, and then while still going at it, approached 3 female employees at the front counter while shouting, "Come on, baby!"
Hey, that sounds like Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein jacking off on the Texas coast.
So he started in the parking lot.
I guess. He's like, I can't even wait to get in there.
So people in the drive-thru lane are watching this guy walk in like, does he have his...
He was thinking outside the Jack
think
in the
about
Box.
that. Hey, if you want to have some fun, next time go in a Jack in the Box uniform. People be like, "Oh no, I just want fries, bro. I just want fries."
But not surprising. After police arrested Carter, they found a glass meth pipe on his person, and they said Carter was a registered sex offender who was on probation for petty theft and resisting arrest.
None of that last part surprises me.
No, not at all.
Question I got,
Actually,
though.
none of this
So
surprises me.
he's a sex offender, but he's on probation for petty theft.
Yeah,
Like,
He's all back
that
with
guy
this.
what he stole.
There's a
Hey.
story there.
what do you do? Rape a homeless dude? They just didn't
Stealing
care.
people's
I'm like,
innocence, man.
So you can rape somebody, but the petty theft is unacceptable.
Well, it's petty if it's under 25.
I don't know.
See, I was worried about doing that story at first.
No.
As soon as we hit the Jack in the Box, that was it. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
my
totally worth it.
Hey, did y'all hear the story about the lady that thinks she's pregnant by a ghost?
No.
It's all
I
on
think I
YouTube.
did. I
Yeah,
think
the
I
lady that
did,
thinks she
yeah.
had sex with a ghost, and
I think I did a story on that
you,
once.
it might be.
I don't know if it's
I
even,
heard
it may
about it
even
because
be
I
in
remember
here.
I went and saw it on YouTube, and the first thing I saw was I was praying like, Jesus, let her be white. Jesus, let her be white. Just please be white, Lord. Please don't let this be a sister named Daquisha out here talking about
Nah,
she's pregnant.
man. It's just
By
like
Tyrone
Forrest
the
Whitaker.
Ghost, you know
She
what
didn't
I'm
see
talking
that
about?
coming.
She ain't see none of it coming, apparently. You know what I mean? Oh, man, that was hilarious. So, yeah, maybe that ghost went to Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
and
well, if she was in the
came
Jack
back to
in the
life.
Box, if she was in the Jack in the Box, she'd have seen it coming. Oh man! Every once in a while, you run into a golden news story like that.
Yeah, bro, that was a layup, man.
That's gonna be the title for episode 2. Is just Jack in the Box.
Jack,
That one made my face.
That's a layup right there, bro.
That was a
Yeah,
good
that's
one.
We got an ab workout from that one.
Yep. All right, let's see what we got.
I
A
pulled a
naked
muscle.
man on a yellow ATV led police on a wild chase through the Northland through the Northland for more than an hour Sunday
the John Deere
afternoon.
hat on.
The chase began at 2:20 p.m. when police investigated the report of a, quote, suspicious party, a naked male, on an all-terrain vehicle near 8400 Northeast Sam Ray Road in Kansas City. The man was suspected of being under the influence of drugs. Go figure. The man eluded the police for
And he
a
had a
while.
Jack in the Box bag on the back.
The man eluded police officers for a while in a field by Northeast Shoal Creek Parkway. He eventually found a break in a fence and led police on on more roads. Toward the Kansas City Regional Police Academy.
Kansas City had to be. Oh my God! Let me tell you about Kansas City, dude. I am not surprised that happened out there. This is. Oh my God! First of all, first question I got is: if you naked on the ATV going through the fields, do you have padding underneath your? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you'd have to.
man,
And if
no,
it was a
apparently
hot
not,
day,
because
if it was
he
a
should have
hot
been-
day, that would burn.
You should take
I
that
don't need
seat.
to read that to know that was a white dude, because a black dude would have bouncing. He's naked. Thing on the up and down. No, man. I go to jail first. Just I need to protect my crowns, bro. I need to, you know what I'm saying? And then,
man.
Well, yeah, because you'd be smacking everything right against the gas
man.
tank, and that's if there's a gas leak, that's gonna burn.
No, man, you know how they roll. He'd be dragging that on the ground.
They just throw it over your shoulder and let the wind take it.
Look like a wind sock.
Attach a flag to it. Let it flap in the
You look
wind.
like one of the old pilots. You got your goggles on. Start flying away.
throw it around your neck like a barricade, right? Like, man.
Hey, look, we have a phone call. Should we
God.
take a phone call?
Oh, no.
PO. Oh,
Yep. This is the life. You're on the air.
Jackson. I am calling you from Microsoft Refund Department.
Oh, wow. We're getting a refund.
We're getting a refund.
Awesome. Because Microsoft sucks. I'm glad you're giving out refunds.
Hey, man.
Well, thanks for calling the life on WWSU. I really appreciate it.
Down, please call our toll-free number 8.
I will do that.
I didn't
It's
realize
al-
you
it's
guys were on
always-
a first name basis.
It's always good to. It's always good to
You
get
got
a
the
personal
email.
call.
You know,
like that
Bill
on
Gates
here.
is sharing his fortune if you
Oh,
forward
yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
still
still waiting on mine.
checks.
Yeah, mine's coming too.
See, I
once
was,
they take
I
out
was
child
actually,
support,
I was
should be all
actually hoping that was a naked man on an ATV and a Jack in the Box.
You don't know my life.
You don't know me.
He was going towards the academy. Maybe it was a training exercise.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what. Have you ever seen Super Troopers?
Yeah.
That's something
they're
would
testing
do.
the bulletproof cup. That's what they're doing.
I just don't, butt naked in the woods, let alone riding on the ATV.
Mm-mm.
And you're running from the police, which means when you go to jail, you're going butt ass naked.
Yeah, exactly.
They're probably going to put you in, a certain room.
They put you in that holding cell
They're
with
gonna put
30
you
other
in.
people.
You're going to be getting held. Right, you're going to be getting held. There's going to be somebody named Bubba. You're going to be doing some draws, laundry.
Yep.
Well, being Kansas City, they may have a specific room for naked ATV riders.
You have to.
There's like 8 of them in there.
You have
that night.
to. Otherwise, you get
Kansas City.
overflow. I mean,
Put them in
City's
the
only place I ever been
inbred
taken.
room.
Really?
Man, I cannot drink with white people no more. Y'all's threshold is just okay. You know what I mean? And apparently, if you get drunk in Kansas City and get naked and put an OPP sticker on your ass, the police will tase you. I'm just throwing it out there in case anybody ever thought of doing that.
I'm glad I had the warning because that was Saturday night for me.
Okay, I was at a strip club there called Misfits. Swear to you.
Sounds like my kind of
I swear
place.
to you, man. It was a strip club called Misfits, and it was big girl night. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had rotisserie chicken on the stripper pole. You know what I'm talking about? For real. The first stripper came out. She was a special needs stripper. She wasn't even charging for her lap dances or nothing. She was bumping into the pole and drooling everywhere. It was bad, bro. It was bad, bro. For real. Well, you said Kansas City. That's why I'm like, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The Island of Misfits.
Misfits. That's what it's called, Misfits. I'm like, what is this? The first strip club that pay you to come in. You know what I mean? They gave me $10. Told me, gave me a plate of food and everything. Like, come on, bro. We just the first girl was so big.
Meals, like
bruh,
meals.
Her butt was so big.
Especially one called Misfits.
Hey man, her butt was so big. She did lap dances from the stage, bro. She was up there, just pulled up. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. My bad. My bad, Elder Hatchet. I'll be on Christian Radio Sunday at 4 p.m.
Be sure to tune in to Christian Radio.
I appreciate the show I did for the Children's Cancer Association. This is not a joke. I did the show for the children. They probably like, ooh, we're not rebooking him for next year.
Whenever I go home to South Carolina to do a show or for a film festival, there's this stop in Kentucky. There's a BP, and across the street is a quote-unquote gentleman's club called the Spearmint Rhino.
Hey.
And they have a sign that says, if you bring in a BP receipt, they give you like half off your food.
That sounds tasty.
I wanted to go in and be like, y'all got a business deal going with the movie bar?
Now, do you have to buy gas, or can you just go in and buy a pack
I wanted to go
of
in and
cigarettes?
ask the manager, like, is this for gas receipts, or can I buy a Slim Jim and a Red Bull?
They probably like, it don't matter. It's the same food across the street, bro. We ain't got
They're
no
like,
some
well,
Frito-Lays and some Red Bulls over there, bro.
You buy the food at the gas station, they let you bring it into the strip club. And
Oh, bro. First
I
of
don't
all,
think
if
you
you
can
buying
take a
food
Red
at the
Bull
gas
into the
station.
Spearmint Rhino.
Yeah.
The Spearmint Rhino sound like it's like a gay strip club, bro. Like, I'm just,
it just says gentlemen's club. It could be some gay gentlemen.
and
I
that's
don't know. Or it's gentlemen on stage. Who knows?
I'm cool. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. Y'all
I'm
won't keep
definitely
going
going
on.
to check it out next
I'd rather
time.
go to the Pink Taco.
It's like
I
one
know
of
I'm
the
gonna
first
get the Pink
exits.
Taco. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to that.
It's like one of the first exits you hit when you get into Kentucky, going down 75 south. Just every time I go, because I go down there like 4 times a year.
Just for the Spearmint
Just
Rhino.
for Spearmint Rhino.
Just for
No,
some
I go-
BP Slim Jims and the Spearmint Rhino.
You have to take
3-4 times a year.
you have to
So
take
you
it.
have to go through Tennessee, man, when you go down there?
Do
You
what?
have to go through Tennessee also when you go down
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Every time I go down to South Carolina, it's Kentucky, Tennessee, North.
Oh my God!
South
So then,
Carolina.
are you familiar with that part of Tennessee where they got those crosses that are like as big as a stadium?
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the very next exit is like 2 adult. It's like 2 adult porn barn or something, or you know what I'm
The
saying?
Lion's Den.
Yeah, one of them
like
they was
that.
selling
You seem to
WWJD
know.
thongs in here. Like, what
Man,
would Jesus do?
down
to
South
Stretch Bra?
Carolina, I'll tell you what. Northern South Carolina, off of every exit, there is a porn store and a fireworks store, both of which are connected to a gas station.
And you have to take an ATV
And
to
you got
get
to take
there.
an
Right.
ATV to get there.
Right.
Yeah,
And there's a
yeah.
Jack in the Box
Clothing.
drive-through
Clothing
across the
optional.
street.
No, clothing's not optional. No.
You save 10% if you
For the
take
record,
Jack in the
yeah,
Box
clothing-
receipt.
Clothing
It's
is
not
not
optional.
optional. It is forbidden.
Right. Matter of fact, I dare you to put on a scuba suit while you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be fully covered. You know what I'm talking about? Like down to your ankles and your eyeballs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just wear a burqa.
You know what I'm saying? Or you like Nick Cannon wear a turban or something. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure out what his problem is. He got a Jerry curl and a turban.
What happened was he was married to Mariah Carey. That does something to you.
Man, that was the biggest heist of the century right there, bro. Nick Cannon came up on Mariah?
Right.
What?
Like literally,
that had everybody scratching their head.
Bro.
Like, what the hell?
Man, Mariah could have married like Moses or one of the disciples or something. She chose Nick Cannon.
She did go to school with him. So.
Was that what it was?
No, she went to school.
Yeah, she was a teacher there, probably.
Hey, that brings to a whole new segment. You know?
Oh yeah.
So if my son's listening, stay away from your teacher.
She was the guy. She was the guidance counselor. She gave him some guidance.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not worth it, little man. Daddy will interview all the teachers for you, son. Okay.
All right, we're going to have to wrap it up. As much as I hate to do it, Hayward, do you have any shows coming up you want to plug?
Yeah, I'm not playing this Sunday. I'll be on WGRI, a Christian radio show. I swear
Repenting like a mofo.
You think you're going to be on that? But
yeah, if they're listening,
that's really an intervention for him.
You might get a phone call before Friday.
Right. And then I got on March 17th, I'm at the Office. March 24th, I'm at Joker's Comedy Club in Indianapolis. March 31st, I'm at Evolution Comedy Club in Toledo. April 13th, somewhere in Cincinnati. And then I got 2 comedy festivals, the Tim Northern Comedy Festival in May and the Limestone Comedy Festival in May. So I'll be around. So if you guys want to see your brother other than on the busted paper, come on out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get out and see you somewhere.
I'd appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, people said I was funny a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really. Because the difference is I don't really care. And that's the beauty of comedy. You get paid first. So
yeah, there you go.
It really doesn't matter at that point.
It's always great to see you, man.
Yeah, always good, man. Please, hey, y'all come out and not only support this radio show, support local comedy, support people like Scotty, man. You know what I'm saying? Support people like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's putting their heart into their craft to get better every time they get on the stage. Got a story to tell, man. I hope God continue to bless you, bro. For real.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing.
All right, Scotty, did you have anything coming up you want to throw out there again? Or
nope.
All right.
The one thing coming up tonight, I can't talk about it.
Yeah, the one thing coming up tonight, that's the Fight Club that we may or may not
Friday,
have
I'll
heard
be
about.
at Goodies with Mark Shalafew, Kevin Smith, Jack Wright.
What's Goodies? That's a barbecue restaurant in the hood. They got a restaurant in Cincinnati called Goodies. It's not the same thing.
I'm telling you, man, I'm going to run into Skip. I'm bringing gifts, Goodies.
Hey, man, if you going to run into Skip, he's in Reno, Nevada. You a bad... You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that. You know what I'm saying? And he worked for the Department of Justice, so Scotty, stay your ass away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His homies can arrest you, but
that's some of the wisest advice you've given me.
Hey, man, I'm a successful black dude. I got a white dude behind me. Every successful black dude got a white dude that used to be a cop behind him. How you think we keep from getting beat up or arrested? You know what I mean? I put him on the dashboard when I'm riding down the street. Pull me over now. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, Mike, Eventide Entertainment, definitely want to throw that out there again.
Yeah, podcast network, EventideENT.com. I'm hosting Ollie's Open Mic every Mondays, 8:30 to whenever the hell we get done. And Saturday, April, the Tammy Lynn Inn. I don't remember the date.
That's all right.
Tammy Lynn Inn in DeGraff, Ohio with Scotty, Mike Wells, Eric Busio, Brooks Robinson, and Joey Pye. That one's coming up.
All right.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. It's been a pleasure sitting down and talking to all of you.
Thank you.
Some
Having
of you
me,
again,
sir.
some for the first time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Yeah, that's all. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Yeah, I'm working on one now. It's my first porno.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, my stage name is Stretch Mark.